Hey, I'm Callie. Thanks so much for watching this video. The teaching that you're about to hear is based on the Bible, and we believe that it's going to be helpful to you as you seek answers to tough questions about Jesus and religion. We would love for you to text us if you need someone to talk to, or if you want to have a deeper conversation about the questions you're having. And again, thanks for watching. We're praying for you, and we hope that this video will be an encouragement to you on your spiritual journey.
Hey, thanks for watching this episode of Graceland Online. My name is Nate, and I serve at Graceland Church as one of the leaders there. And thanks for listening. I hope this encourages you and challenges you, perhaps. Hey, if you say something enough times, if you repeat it to yourself, the truth is at times your heart might move to actually believe what you're saying, even though what you might be saying over and over again might not be true. There's probably lots of sayings and quips that we've used and have become a regular part of our conversation and language and vocabulary that when you sit and think about it, you might say that's just not, it's not true. One of those phrases is this: God helps those who help themselves. God helps those who help themselves. You may have even heard that phrase before. It sounds on the outset as something that maybe is right or seems to appeal to what you might think is true. God helps, right? We believe that God is a helping God, a gracious God, a God who wants to be engaged and assist us. God helps those who help themselves. And it kind of gets at the point that people who are going to be lazy, we often say this in response to people who are lazy, who aren't engaged, who don't work, don't try to bring solutions to problems. We say God helps those who help themselves, and we kind of rattle that off because we say, well, it's true, but is it true? Is that actually a phrase that's reflective of the God of the Bible? Well, what if I told you that phrase, God helps those who help themselves, is absolutely 100% contrary and inconsistent to the message of Christianity? I think that's true. It's actually an inconsistent phrase. It's not that God helps those who helps themselves. It's actually the opposite, and we'll talk about that here in just a moment. There's a religion out there that teaches love God with every part of who you are, and then His grace, His assistance, His divine enabling will be sufficient for you. Or now that we've done everything that we can do, then we're saved, rescued, helped, assisted by God's grace after all that we can do. Grace. According to the teaching of the Bible, the word grace is a word that means giving something to someone that they don't deserve. Oftentimes when people offend us, when they wrong us, to give forgiveness, to say it's okay, I accept your apology. You're giving something to them, to a spouse, to a good friend, a neighbor, a coworker. You're giving something to someone that they don't deserve. In fact, at a birthday, Christmas, when you give gifts, you don't say, hey, it costs $35. I'd like you, upon receiving the gift, to actually PayPal me or Venmo or Cash at me, right? It negates what a gift is. And the Bible teaches that rescue, a new start, hope, the peace that God places in our heart that surpasses all understanding is a gift. It's by grace. We don't do anything to deserve it. And yet there's religion and there's religions out there that says after all that you can do, then God will save us. It sounds maybe okay, but really if you think about the phrase, it's very me-centered. I'm the one who's doing. I'm the one who's achieving, bringing about change. I'm affecting change and making a difference. God helps those who help themselves. It appeals to our Western American spirit, this can-do attitude, the proverbial pull yourself up by his or her bootstraps, and then and only then God will help you. As if God is somehow beholden to people who work hard, who are diligent, who help themselves. But is that true? Is that reflective and consistent with the teaching of Christianity that we see in the Bible? As if God is, again, somehow beholden to someone who works hard. This is a person who has a religious posture towards God, a works-oriented posture towards God. Do, and so it will be done unto you. I want to be sincere. I want to have good behavior. I want to be moral. I want to be diligent. And yet the message of Jesus, the message that we see in the Bible, is so counter to everything that we know and hold dear. Jesus says, come needy, come empty-handed, come reliant, come dependent, come with all of your issues, come with your messed upness, come needy, not with your hands full. And that's what's so intriguing and different and perhaps even counter to our thinking regarding Christianity. We want to feel secure. We want to believe that God helps those who help themselves. It appeals to our vanity. It appeals to our efforts. It appeals to a security that we believe that we can produce and bring about through our, as I've said, affecting change, through our moralism, through our behavior, through our achievements, through our accomplishments. God helps those who help themselves. And yet the message of Christianity, the message of Jesus, is contrary to that phrase that we hear so regularly cited and quoted among religious people. The beauty of the teaching of Jesus, the attractiveness of the teaching of Jesus, is that God doesn't help those who come with full hands after all they've done, after all they've accomplished or achieved. God doesn't wait for us to do all that we can do and in a last-ditch effort swoop in to help us. In fact, it's the very opposite of that. The message of Christianity shatters our pride, exposes our vanity, and says that you and I really can't do anything to bring about real, true, substantive, lasting help. But what is help? How or what or who brings that help into your life or into my life? I guess we should just real quickly, as I almost close this episode here at Grace Online, we should define what help is and who needs help. Help from ourselves? Yeah. Help from a life of aimlessness? Help from a life of hopelessness? Hope from a life of being ushered into eternity without the confidence of knowing where we're going to go? Help from the teaching, from the message, from the appeal to our vanity that it's in us. We're the ones who bring about change. We're the master of our destiny, master of our ship. We need to get it together and make it happen. But that's not what we know deep down in our hearts. We need someone outside of us to intervene and engage with us. And as a follower of Jesus, I think that help comes not from me, not from moralism, not from behavior, not from working hard, not from efforting good works, not from achievements or accomplishments, not by trying to do the good thing and the right thing, because truth be told, you know this deep down in your hearts. I know this in my heart. As much as I try to do things on my own, as much as I attempt to always do the right thing, there is something lurking in me that raises its ugly head, and at times I don't do what is right. I don't think what is good. I don't pursue what is helpful. In fact, I think and pursue and engage in things that sometimes are destructive not only to me, but to the people around me. And if the help that we need is relegated to what's inside of me and what's inside of you, then I think that we are in a lot of trouble. But according to the message of the Bible, according to the person and the work of Jesus, the help that we need comes from outside of us. And it's something that Jesus does for us. I'd love to talk with you more about that. In fact, if you were to go back to past episodes, you'd hear more about this truth, that the help that we need comes from outside of us. Again, if this has been helpful, been encouraging, we'd love for you to like it, to subscribe to Graceland Online, or perhaps even share it with someone that you might think would benefit from this. We look forward to seeing you again as we walk through various issues and topics and questions that we hope you're asking, and we want to serve you well. Take care. Look forward to seeing you again.
Thanks again for watching this teaching. We hope that God spoke to you today through this video and helped answer any questions that you may have had. Again, feel free to text us if you would like to talk more about what you heard, or if there's a way that we might be able to help you. You can also find more videos and resources at gracelandchurch.online. And if you feel that you've been blessed by these videos, please consider donating so that we can continue sharing more content to more people. Remember to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more answers to tough questions. Thanks again for watching, and we hope you'll join us again soon.